it's clear that the most remarkable system of nourishment in history is lactation. This remarkable idea of the mother-infant pair, the mother dissolving herself to make a complete and comprehensive diet for her infant. And understanding how that works is providing us the means to understand how diet works for all of us. Milk feeds the baby, and it feeds selective bacteria in the baby, so that, in essence, microbiological community that we all eventually end up with is started in a very supportive way by milk. What an idea. The genius of humans 10,000 years ago of domesticating cows and using milk as a dietary choice was one of the most remarkable ideas in human history. The idea of domesticating cows and making milk available came about in 4 places in the world. 2 in North Africa, 1 in West India, and Northern Europe. And in each of those 4 places, there's an interesting effect on the populations. They're basically today dominated by people who have a rare mutation. That mutation is the ability to continue to digest lactose throughout their entire lives. Normally, mammals lose the lactase enzyme at weaning. But in these 4 places where, in essence, cow's milk became part of the diet, the people who survive today all have this rare mutation. What that means is, if you didn't have that mutation, if you couldn't digest lactose as an adult, you're gone from the gene pool. You have no descendants. Milk literally saved those people. In looking at milk and its role in health, you can use various scientific tools, and one of them is epidemiology. You look at a population, examine its behaviors, its diet, and then look at outcomes. And Peter Elwood in the United Kingdom is an epidemiologist, and he examined in the United Kingdom populations that consume dairy products and compared them to populations who didn't consume dairy products. And he asked a simple question, right? What did they die of? And of course, he expected that he would find that consuming dairy products increased the risk of dying of heart disease. What he found was exactly the opposite. The populations who consumed dairy products were less likely to die of heart disease. They were less likely to die of stroke. They were less likely to die of various cancers. They were less likely to die of diabetes. It was a remarkable, in essence, testament to the decision to consume dairy products was actually increasing the lifespan, the quality of life, and the performance of these people. So what we're realizing is that milk really helps babies. But milk can teach us how to eat the rest of our lives. And one of the most successful dietary components throughout human history has been dairy products, and continues to be true today. So one of the things that as scientists we've been asking is why is it that milk, while providing all these benefits to infants and to the history of humans, is it so undervalued today? We realize there are 2 things. One is we typically don't study health. Scientifically, we study diseases, and we examine virtually everything that, in essence, we think of as a candidate as a potential therapeutic drug. And not surprisingly, in that context, milk of any kind doesn't cure many diseases. But the more we take it apart and look at its actions, we realize it's actually working to prevent diseases and literally stop them from starting in the first place. So milk has a variety of components and mechanisms of action, targets on which it acts, that genuinely improve your health and lower your risk of disease. And as we take charge of our own health, the value of things that improve our health will go up. And the single most valuable component in the food supply is milk. And the dairy industry can begin first by recognizing we have the most valuable health food there ever was. And they also need to begin to literally invest in that future. The greater we, in essence, want to improve our health, the more valuable dairy will become.